Good news is my tea is of a drinkable.
Hemp.
Yeah.
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Streamless podcast. Today we have with us Josh.
Hullabaloo, shoobadadoo.
Alrighty, perfect. Simon.
I might be dying.
Hopefully not. That would make this a really short series. Cordi.
Damn.
My phone screen protector's been cracked for 8 months. I have a new one. I haven't used it yet.
What is
Good to
wrong
know,
with you?
Chief. Some people
That's
like to live
slothful.
dangerously. And you get myself Rhenvi, and I think that we don't need to bow down to these Alexas and Googles, but that's yet to be seen. So hello. Hi guys. How you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
How are we today?
Doing good. As of this recording,
Happy
this
Halloweener.
is Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween.
Halloween.
Oh, wow. You know what? That was perfect.
Okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
happy Halloween, motherfuckers.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the best part about Halloween as an adult is getting to see like that nostalgic moment of like the little kids dressed up, and like I beat my ass home. Like I get off work early, get on work early if it's during the week. I rush home at like lightning speed to be there at 5 p.m. when like the little Elsas and Iron Mans come out, and you're like, oh my god, hi, take my entire bucket of candy. I love you. You're adorable. They can barely hold their little fucking pillowcases, and you're just like, trick or treat, trying to look for their little mask, which is way too big for them. Super cute. You're like, I love you. But at the same time, I'm in my house eating like a massive stack of candy that I know is not what I should be doing, but I'm an adult and I don't have to go door to door to go buy or get candy anymore. I can just buy it myself. Yeah, Halloween is such a beautiful time.
We don't have that in Denmark.
I'm sorry.
I
That's why we're also talking about horror movies and games, because we know cultural differences do exist.
No, we're
But-
just gonna eject Simon. I'm sorry. How? No. Mm-mm.
Halloween as a celebration is more of an American thing, I feel.
But Pixie Dairy has a huge ass fucking
Yeah,
celebration.
Yeah.
It did originate over in
Almost
that
all
area,
Halloween.
I think. Because of Samhain and everything, which some people pronounce as Samhain, but I think the official pronunciation is Samhain, and I'm pretty sure if I've got that fucked up, people are gonna comment about it. It's gonna be great.
Oh wait, hold up. I thought it was Sam Hain the entire time. I'm in that one school of thought. Sorry. I was like,
I'm here
what
like,
did
I'm
you
gonna
just
go because
say?
that's too high intellect for me.
Bringing you that high intellect at 11 a.m. Well, for us.
You
Simon,
know,
Yeah.
it's 5 o'clock.
Oh, and so they're like, shit.
the way you said that, it's 5 o'clock, made me think of those old commercials as a kid where it was like, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? This was all
God.
over
Oh,
the
shit.
US. It sucked butt because you were like, oh shit. Now I'm getting called out. And it's like parents who like didn't really care about you, they kind of parked you in front of the TV most of your life, were like, wait a minute, I should be a parent. Hold up. Where are they? Oh my god.
It's 3 o'clock. Have you managed to slap your boss yet?
Yes.
Ooh.
Excuse?
I don't know where the slap your boss thing came from, but anyway.
Me.
Josh, what was your Halloween like growing up? What's it like today?
Growing up, it is probably like what you would think of like normal Halloween stuff, I guess. What? I'm sorry. I could see Simon in the webcam when he's being a goober. Anyway, like we would just go trick-or-treating, and I remember specifically one year I was gonna be like Sonic the Hedgehog because it was like early
you gotta go
90s, and
fast.
it was when Sonic was like super popular and not garbage. But we were heading over, me and my mom were heading over to my grandparents' house, and she had to slam on the brakes and she like soccer mommed me while holding a cigarette.
Oh no!
So she put a cigarette burn straight into my Sonic the Hedgehog Halloween costume because I was wearing it.
Okay, hold on though.
Oh.
Hold on though. Maybe that's why Sonic learned to go fast. So he can just miss future cigarette burns and just like fucking drop an MC Hammer. You can't touch this. You know, just while getting away. You know.
Yeah. So that night I was walking around in a Sonic the Hedgehog costume with a hole in it, and then my mom was like, "I can't send you to school with a cigarette burn in your Halloween costume. That might look kind of questionable." So I had to go to school in a Simba Halloween costume, which was okay. Which was okay, but at the time I was like, I'm not Sonic.
Oh, I feel like though, okay, so like that's very 2020 of her mindset, because I feel like when we were kids, no one gave a shit if you smoked, if you showed up with a cigarette burn. People bought used cars consistently with cigarette burns in the seats or whatever else. No one cared. It just kind of was like a whatever, move on about life. So for her to be so progressive back then and be like, no, you can't go with that cigarette burn, they'll think weird. That's some progressive thought there, you know? Yeah.
Right. But like, but like as a kid, it was always like okay, we're gonna go out and we're gonna do whatever and then come back. And I actually have other stories, but I'll get back to that later if it ever comes back up again. Mm-hmm. But now as an adult, it's like the exact opposite. Instead of going somewhere, I stay home. and it might not be free, but I still get candy, which is fun.
Hey, you just wait till November 1st, you get that discounted candy, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine. Listen.
Oh, I wish we had that in Denmark. I wish we had that clearance shit.
That's amazing. Yeah, no, we closed on our house like 4 years ago. On October 16th. So our housewarming party was Halloween, and we've hosted Halloween parties every year. So it's a pretty big thing for me. And like last year we had themes. Last year was Ghostbusters. I made our costumes. We had everything that was set up for I think it was like Venkman and who did we have? Stans and Venkman. I can't remember the two we had. But I think Dan Aykroyd's character and Venkman, or whatever his actual name is, character. But every year as an adult, it's become more fun to do like different costumes and like some couple costumes, and seeing how people come. Like maybe people come before with one's a gumball machine and one's some change to put in the gumball machine. Like one was like a zookeeper and a flamingo. Like you had our mutual friends, Cords, show up as Maverick from Top Gun, and like the blonde, I can't remember even the chick who was like the hottie body from Top Gun.
I feel like I should know that character's name because I watched it about 20 bazillion times as a kid because my mom loved the movie, but I don't fucking remember the character name.
Listen, those songs and that trope was great. Take my breath away. Yeah, it was great. Take my breath away. As a kid, though, I feel like pretty much every year I was either a witch or a pumpkin. Or no, there's that pumpkin phase. I think it's like through age 1 or 2 maybe, and then after that you were, as a girl, you were a witch for years. And then when you got your own autonomy about yourself and you're able to pick something out, you're like, oh, well, I'm gonna be a monkey this year, or I'm gonna be a sexy. And then it goes to adult women.
Monkey.
Yeah, evil witch, sexy kitty. There's the two options, as a number one thing you should do, and it's like, but I don't want to be a sexy kitty because number one, I'd be a chunky kitty. But that was definitely not the size they had for the cutesy stuff. I was happy they had a French maid costume one time that I definitely wore. Barely. This was like Halloween USA level stitching, so shit was almost there.
It's all shiny and looks like fake as fuck.
Yeah,
Ugh.
and you know, like, you sneeze and that seam is popping. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're just like, please let my fupa stay inside this. Please, God. I don't want to drop out. I don't want to bottom out.
Oh my god. That's
No.
like I'm going like super not really off topic, but like because I'm gonna do it. When I start doing cosplay, I want to make sure that I like make it myself because I don't want it to look like cheap, like
Yeah.
dollar
Like mine
store
yesterday.
costume.
No, would you stop?
No,
I
no,
told
no.
you I was simping
I didn't
hard.
say that, Cordy.
I was simping. That was closet and a part change.
I thought your cosplay yesterday was actually really good.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Like the only thing you needed to do was to like put some red in your hair, but that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting there like you were doing some fucking that hair what's it the hair you had going on.
Yeah. The
I was sitting
side
there like
part.
that's some upper management shit right there.
Yeah, I came in
You're
and I was like,
You can dom me.
right.
Fucking strap me down.
I
We
was
all
like,
had
your
way too
hair
much
looks
fun.
really good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
No, but I understand that whole not wanting it to look super cheap, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want it to look like it came out of the show.
Yeah, that's always
Yeah.
that's a cosplayer's dream unless they're stylized. Like they try to make their stuff look a certain way.
Yeah.
But for me,
Someday.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, Halloween growing up was pretty darn awesome because you folks know that my dad's huge into Halloween.
Yes.
It's like
What?
at this point in his life, Halloween is like 365 in his house, which is great. You always go over there. There's just a skeleton chilling in the chair over there. The
I'm hyper.
okay,
I'm sorry.
obviously it was all the coffee.
Yes.
No, but growing up, we didn't really do. A lot of it was handmade costumes when I was really young. And one of them was an heirloom costume, a clown costume, red with white polka dots. And it had like the cardboard inside the hat with the fabric around it, the big cone hat, you know?
Yeah.
And it, that's been passed down. Like my mom wore that, her brothers and her sister wore that. So I was a clown at least once as a kid. And I never really hit that witch phase. I did Cleopatra one year.
I gotta ask about the clown real fast. Were you like a cute clown or like John Wayne Gacy clown? Like
John Wayne Gacy clown.
okay.
almost.
You're gonna kill
Like
people.
it was
Got
cute because I was a kid. It was only cute because I was a kid. But if that was adult Wendy dressed the exact same way,
You
hell
don't.
no.
Yeah, like nightmare fuel. Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I was never really a witch at all. I did the Cleopatra thing once. When I was a preteen or just into my teens, I did like the robed witch instead of like the traditional, just black thing with the pointy hat. I had like the robe with the floppy hood thing going on. But I only went to a couple of parties in my 20s, and now it's pretty much stay at home, and we would hand out candy. Except,
Does nobody come?
well, we've got plenty of kids in the neighborhood, but we're like in the back corner. So nobody comes here because we're not we're easily accessible, but there's no like, they have to backtrack basically to get back out. And they're just like, it's not worth it. So I think the 2 years we handed out candy, we had maybe like 10 kids.
Oh, that's rough.
So, I mean, I'll be going to Rhenvi's at some point in the future for that party.
Yes.
But otherwise.
Yeah, no, I feel like so when I was because you're not in an apartment complex or a townhouse thing, but like kind of a community, right?
Yeah.
So it depends on where you're at in your like living situation. So I'm in like a normal street, not like a subdivision or anything like that. But we were in apartments and townhouses for years until we bought this house. And we used to get nobody. And I would come home and I'd be so excited. I have a bowl full of candy, not a single freaking doorbell or a knock or anything like that. And it was just so irritating. We get here, and so apparently in my city there's some law that you can't trick or treat after 8:30 p.m.
Ew.
So I have never seen kids hustle harder, knees to chest, just booking it down the fucking street, like, gotta go! I mean, they are like Sonic Dream level, like, they are Josh, they are you in spirit as a kid, just yeet. We have a solid glass storm door on our front door, and so we'll be waiting for someone to come up, and it's always like the littlest things that are just like wham, 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 wham. They can't reach our doorbell, so they are like beating down our glass door, like trick or treat. I got a place to be, like fish tanking it, like, ma'am, hustle, give me the candy. And I'm like, I get it, but it's like a 5 to 7. You've got like the littler kids, and then like 7:01 to like 8:29. It's just like releasing of the bowls, just whoosh, just and we have like 100 kids go through in that time. Nice. And I'm like, this is insane. And we had to learn from, go ahead and take a little bit to, or help yourself to. Some kids is 2 or 3 because that's really lucky. Other kids are like, bitch, watch these fists, rolls up sleeves. Ha! You're like, whoa, child, I bought 1 bag from Costco. Cool it. Okay. I've got 318 pieces. You cannot have 317. I need you to calm it down. Okay. Chill. But no, I've even gotten to the point where, like, I guess I didn't really think of it as a kid, and I just wanted you guys to kind of look at that for a second. I know, Sam, I'm sorry you're on the outside of this, but do you guys remember having to look for allergies as a kid? I feel like there's so many more allergies now, and so now I have like allergy-free like treats too that are like stickers or a yo-yo or whatever else. It's some random stuff you can get that doesn't involve food because kids are so allergic to stuff. I mean, you have allergies, food allergies, but yeah. I feel like that wasn't even a thing. Like, have a teal pumpkin outside, like, show that you have alternative options. And I do every year because everyone should have fun on Halloween. But I didn't know that was a thing until a couple years ago.
I think it was a thing. Like, obviously, the allergies, I'm pretty sure were around then. But either the parents kept their kids home or they, like, majorly had a, they combed through that candy like a motherfucker before their kids even touched it. But I think it's great that there are ways of telling people, hey, if your kid has peanut allergies or whatever, you can come to this house and we have something for them regardless. I mean, that's a great freaking thing because, my food allergies thankfully aren't in too much stuff. I'm allergic to olives and blueberries. So, I mean, as long as I steer away from some fruit salads and a lot of salad dressings, I'm pretty much cool. But, for people with nut allergies and stuff, it sucks. Like, our buddy Rambler has a lot of food allergies, and he recently had a flare-up because he went and got himself some cookies and missed that these cookies had quote-unquote natural flavors in them to sweeten them up, and it included, like, grape juice, and he is, like, so allergic to grapes.
Oh, I can't even imagine that. You're just trying to have a good time with the cookie, and then the cookie was like, forbidden cookie. I would be so pissed. Oh,
but that's not even what I would be upset about. Not the fact that I couldn't have a cookie, but I wouldn't be able to eat grapes. I love grapes.
I can give or take grapes in their current form. When they become wine, we're good friends. But
see, that's where I leave them behind.
Yeah, or they become like a raisin. I'm okay with that. But like
you don't like OG... grapes?
Oh, there's some offense taken here.
Oh, that took a second.
You don't like grapes?
Oh, okay. Sorry. Not in their current Pokemon level 1 evolution. No, I do not like grapes. The evolved first one to raisins I appreciate, and the final evolution to wine I absolutely love. But no, the OG one is not as cute. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I think Josh has fallen all the way out.
Yeah, this is a PSA to any listeners. Josh has currently collapsed on the floor. He might be deceased. We do not know.
We'll see. I don't. Well, their Britney Spears crawling back right now. All right.
Don't we know that he's toxic?
Oh, full circle of the toxicity. Love it.
I can't believe you don't like grapes. Fuck Halloween.
I realize I have pushed a button here, and I do not know how to take this back. But here, I'll get off grapes for you. Ready for that? So, and I'll include Simon in this. If you guys had to rank your Halloween movies, or horror movies, or scary movies, give me a funny, cool, nostalgic one, or cute one, and give me a serious, holy shit, scared the crap out of you one. For me, cutesy bootsy little movie is definitely Addams Family. I watch it every year like clockwork. It's a great one. It's got some, you know what? They're a weird family, but fuck if they didn't stay together. So you know what? Give them props. That's a shit when you get when you're older. You're like, oh, they were solid. They were weird, but they were solid. And then I think, it probably would have to share with Hotel Transylvania too. Sorry. The first one, I shouldn't say the two, but Addams Family and Hotel Transylvania as well. Those are words. Look at that shit. Yes. We're working now. And terrifying, I think I've mentioned it once before, but The Descent. The Descent was fucking terrifying. And I think because I have a fear of tight spaces, and it's got a descending. Shut up. God damn it.
It took you a minute.
I was like, wait, stop. Rewind, scrub the audio. Because in cave diving in general scares me, because there are some things where you the way you say it just makes it way more funny than it needs to be. There are times when you're going through passages and there's like maybe 2 or 3 inches of space as you're like moving your body, and that just that's an absolute nope. And
That's how people die.
Will not, right. That's how you become a fossil. You're welcome. Yeah. We'll find you a couple years later. But yeah, so what about Simon? What's some cutesy fun horror or scary type movies that you like, and 1 or 2 that like scared the shit out of you? Like turn the lights on, make sure you're like in a safety blanket.
I was like, when I heard cutesy, I was like, on Halloween? That's for spooks.
I don't know if that would be considered cutesy.
I saw your face while Rhenvi was talking, and you were in serious like panic thought mode. Like, oh my god, what do I do?
What is cute? And then you said Hotel Transylvania. I was like, I didn't realize that counted as a Halloween movie, but yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
But like proper horror.
Yeah.
Like I want to say like Rose Red.
Oh, the miniseries?
Oh, Simon. I just came. I love that movie.
It's fucking beautiful, dude.
I wish I could find it digitally, but I can't find it anywhere, and it's upsetting.
All right, so I'm tardy to the party. What is this that you speak of? I don't know anything
about
it.
Rose Red is a made-for-TV series or whatever. Like, it's a Stephen King book, right?
Like
it's based on a diary, the diary of Ellen Ringbauer.
Yeah, and it's like it has a little bit to do with the Shining and stuff like that, because all the people have the gift or whatever. So they go to this. They go to this like haunted house or whatever. And crazy shenanigans ensue. Yeah, it's really cool.
Is reported to forever expand.
It's got the one of the characters in it is the daughter, the main character in Halloween Town.
Huh.
Yeah.
But then again, I've never seen Halloween Town, so
man, that's going to get way. I used to watch Halloween Town all the time. Younger, that's something I can say I did watch. But the side
that was a Disney movie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was not a Disney kid.
You know, we're still not shocked. But as a side note, how many like Stephen King made for TV movies did that guy pump out? Like, I remember watching The Stand. Never mind that book was like a murder weapon thick. But that made for TV thing went on for like 20 hours. It went on forever.
Yeah.
I know that because I had to watch it on VHS from a friend who copied it every week it came out. as a kid.
The original It was made for TV too.
Yeah, it was a series, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's way too many Stephen King movies and far too few of them are any good.
Yeah.
But Rose Red, though.
Rose Red is good.
There are a few Stephen King movies or miniseries that he has disowned, basically. Said this is shit. He hates The Shining. He completely hates The Shining.
Really?
Oh yeah. He didn't like the liberties
that
it was Kubrick, right?
Yes,
he didn't
Kubrick.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't like the liberties that Kubrick took.
Well, they also put that actress through torture, apparently.
Pretty much, yeah. Shelley Duvall.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did Kubrick specifically did a lot of like mental torture stuff for her, and she stopped acting after that, basically.
Yeah.
Oh,
she was like, I can't do this anymore. Yeah, she might have done one or two small things, but she's pretty much left the business after that because she basically has PTSD about the whole thing now.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I think it's weird the practices that were okay. I mean, okay, so shedding some light on like we're in 2020 at present.
Unfortunately.
Weird how things were okay for so long. There's a lot of like obviously the sexual harassment, the abuse, the blackballing people in careers. They didn't do certain things, and it sucks because I think this mindset and this everyone getting their voice heard and people being held accountable should have been there the entire time. That's all my PSA I'll say about it. But like, if you physically destroyed a human being for a movie, you fucking suck. Like, you suck in general, but you fucking suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. I had no idea there was that backstory to it. I just thought it was. I didn't like The Shining because there's two little girls in a little hallway, and I'm not about that shit. Twins terrify me. They terrify me.
Full disclosure, I've never watched The Shining.
Man, I don't think you even have to.
I was gonna say, if you're going to watch a version,
because there's two versions, right?
King's favorite version was like the miniseries. It was 2 or 3 episodes that they did for made for TV, and even though the I almost said graphics, the effects, thank you. The effects aren't that great because they tried to do certain things with CGI, and this was early 2000s, maybe mid 2000s, so it wasn't great.
They remade The Shining?
Yeah, it was like it was a made for TV thing. And it follows more closely to the book.
I did not know that. Like,
Dick Hallorann was like the dude that was like in tune with Danny, right? He was the guy in the movie. He was the black dude that ended up getting hacked by an axe.
Yeah.
He actually survives. Spoiler alert, in the book and the miniseries. So, yeah. But there's other things that happen in the miniseries that don't happen in Kubrick's version, and it's closer to the book. And Stephen King, I don't know why I said his name so funky, reminds me of my grandfather's funeral and the priest going Stan Lee to say my grandfather's first name. And all I could think of at that point and giggle about at my grandfather's funeral was he's calling my grandfather Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Excelsior.
Exactly.
Yes. This motherfucker created Marvel, bitches. Back up.
I'm sitting there in the pew and I'm holding back. I'm crying my fucking eyes out, but I'm giggling underneath my breath because
it's that moment. It's like forbidden laugh. You're like vibrating. You're like, don't let it erupt.
Yeah.
Don't let it erupt.
I want. Yeah.
The church giggles.
Yeah. But for me, cutesy horror movies or Halloween movies, whatever you want to look at it as, definitely Nightmare Before Christmas.
Classic. Yep.
Can also double as, a Christmas movie. And I know some people actually do find it scary. I mean, stop motion animation, it does have that little bit of creep factor to it, even if it's meant to be a happy, joyous movie. It still has that, like, creep factor because it's not completely fluid. So it kind of, at the back of your mind, you're just like, ooh.
Yeah, I gotta back that up. I only because for 1 second you said that. And for years, I hadn't seen Coraline. I
Yeah.
saw it for the first time last year.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, hell no. And that thing still gives me the creepies. No, listen, at least the stop motion is paired with musical pieces.
Yeah.
In The Nightmare Before Christmas, so you're like, hey, this bitch got songs. Not so bad.
Exactly.
You go to Coraline, you're like, someone was on acid. I don't know what happened here, but that shit was rough. And why? And oh my God. And it just never ended. It just kept going. And you're like, oh, be done. Please be done. Be done. Be done. It was terrifying.
And for scary horror movies, for me, I mean, you folks know me, anyone who's listening that knows me knows I do not scare easy at all. Like, period. So I can tell you ones that at least had a creep factor for me in the past. Back when I was 5, my aunt was watching Child's Play. On network TV. On network
Chucky!
TV. So it was censored and all this other bullshit,
Chucky.
but seriously, like, I threw out all my baby dolls the next day, and I still have an irrational fear of dolls today.
That's
still
amazing.
have that fear of dolls today. Like, it's not nearly as visceral as it used to be, but it is definitely still there. The other one that kind of had a creep factor to me was actually The Ring. So I went and saw that in theaters.
This is the one that comes to the TV? No.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I had to think about
7
it.
days.
Yeah.
I don't know what you just did, but do not do that again.
But I actually went and saw that in theaters with a friend and everything. And I'm like, this isn't, like, there was one thing that scared me during the movie, and she's looking at some papers, and like a big old fucking centipede or bug thing that looks like a centipede crawls out from the papers, and it scared, like, I jumped in the theater because I'm like, oh, I don't like bugs.
No, we don't stand centipedes here. No.
But the scary part for me on that one was when I went to bed that night. And I'm in my dark room. I had a TV in my room as a teenager. And mind you, it's only this little, like, 12-inch screen. It's, like, not even big enough for a toddler to fit through if it was a window. And my bitch ass at that point was like, what if she comes through the TV? What if Samara crawls through the TV to kill me in the middle of the night because I watched that movie?
It's
so,
funny.
like, I didn't sleep for, like, a week. But then I was fine. Like, it doesn't.
Did you see
I got
that
over
as a kid? Did you watch it? Like
The Ring?
Yeah.
I was in my teens.
Okay,
It was like junior year or something, I think.
And it's funny because, like, around that time I would have been terrified too. Now I'm like, this bitch crawls through. She's making a fucking mortgage payment. Like, she can stay, but the bitch better pay bills. Like, I'm not. No, nothing for free, bitch. Get over here.
Oh, okay. I was a freshman or a sophomore in high school.
Yeah.
Because it came out in 2002.
Yeah. No,
Sorry.
that shit is. The other thing, throwing it way back, do you guys remember Kevin Costner movies back in the day, like Arachnophobia? Oh,
never actually saw that.
No.
We had it on video, but we never watched it.
Never again the rest of my life. We watched it in 8th grade. I don't know why, at public school. Don't ask. I don't know. But I was like, you know what? I need to go to the bathroom and stay there and, like, rock back and forth for a bit because I may be a chunky lady, but a spider the size of, like, my fingernail tip would terrify the shit out of me, and it has to die immediately. I'm not a gentle person. Come at me, it's fine. I'm not gonna lift him up on a piece of paper and put him back outside. No, you made it inside. You're down dead. I'm sorry. Just squish. There is no kindness. There is no second chances. You're dead.
DEED.
So this movie is aptly named because there's just fucking spiders everywhere, and I'm like, I don't think half of that was CGI, and I'm thinking, how did they do that acting and not, like, I would literally, my soul would leave my body. It would just be like, nope, we can't do this. She's dead.
I'd be breakdancing on the floor.
Listen, I would think you'd have to, like, fucking rain dance to get all the bitches off of you. Like, help, help.
I was going to say, this is even funnier when you realize I've got epilepsy.
Nope. You know what? You know what? I'm going to roll that comment back. Nope. Nope.
Pull out that fucking practical effect spider. I'm like, friends with the floor.
Oh.
To that point,
Friends with the palm of my hand.
what's everyone's
Cool.
trigger? Like, if you saw something like, so it sounds like a centipede or bugs are a trigger for you, Cordy. Like definitely spiders are a trigger for me. Jump scares are a huge trigger for me. And
yeah, they are for
listen,
you.
listen, and Cordy was just talking about I don't get scared easily, and I'm like, frustratingly, you do not scare easily. Which is like, I have tried, people. I have tried so hard to
I
get
think
this
we
girl
all
to
have
just
tried.
jump, and I can't. I haven't given up yet, though. I will get you one day, and then I'll feel probably horrible about it, but I will one day. But yeah, spiders for me for sure. I think as an adult, that's the only thing that really bothers me anymore. I think obviously as a kid, we all had our like, I'm safe under the blankets, and as an adult, I'm like, yeah, blankets aren't bulletproof. I don't know why I thought that like I would be safe under the blankets as a kid. Like nothing can get me here. As an adult, I'm like, everything can get me here. I'm even more vulnerable.
Don't you fucking try and dispel the blankies.
The blankies, yes.
Hiding behind the couch.
Yeah, things like that where you're like, I would be dead. I would be dead. I don't know why I thought this in my little itty mind was like safe. Like this is my little kid no square and no one can fuck with me. And it's not it was unrealistic.
Mm-hmm. Josh, your
So on
movies?
that note,
Oh, my movies, yes.
Yeah, your
Hi.
movies. We're bringing it back.
For me, the like cutesy one, I guess it would be, is probably Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
Like, I have to watch that movie at least once a day during October, just because I fucking love that movie so much. I remember, like, as a kid, I always was like identified with Sarah, the bubbly one.
Was she the blonde one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen it a couple of times, but I actually I haven't seen it in years, so I'm like, I don't remember the names.
I was about to call out one of my friends because he hasn't seen Hocus Pocus, and I'm like, you haven't seen Hocus Pocus, and you know who they are.
Is it Simon?
No, it's Daisuke.
Oh.
Has not seen Hocus Pocus. I think it was Daisuke. Now that if you're listening, Daisuke, I'm sorry if I just outed you.
Listen, after this, we're like, you want to fight? I've seen it. Let's go. Let's go.
You know, we can rectify this between recording and release at this point, though. We can still rectify this.
Yeah.
But like, should we?
But like as a kid, I identified with Sarah. As a teenager, it was more like Mary, which is like the other one that's not Bette Midler.
So the one with the black hair?
Yes.
The black curly hair?
Yeah, but now I identify with Winifred because I'm like, fucking kids. But I guess like my actual horror movie, that's actually a really hard question for me to answer because I'm such a horror fanatic.
Oh, it doesn't have to be one. Just like give me some of your tops.
Yeah, because I gave you guys two, so you know.
I think my favorite of all time is probably the first Alien movie.
Oh, yes! You know what? Hold on. That's a solid other one I didn't even think about because in my mind I put that in the sci-fi bucket, but it's a sci-fi horror, so I didn't really think about. Yeah, all right. I'm down with the Weyland Yutani. Listen, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Oh, I didn't want to mention it because everyone knows I love that shit.
fucking love Alien. I also really, really, really loved the remastered. It's not a video game. Rebooted version of it. I thought both movies
the
were.
Covenant.
So I'm really glad you brought that back around.
No, Stephen King's
It.
Yeah,
It.
For two reasons. One, it's going to be, we're going to have to definitely put a disclaimer on this podcast, but I learned as an adult, there are some scenes in the book, we aren't going to go into detail.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We will leave that out.
Yeah.
On purpose. That are not in the movies.
Yes, they changed
it
a lot.
I was like, oh, that's wild. I wonder what they are. Don't Google it. You're welcome. Stephen King, Who Hurt You? I have questions. That's a lot of weird writing.
Apparently, when he wrote the book, he was like
on drugs,
on shit.
Yeah. Back in the 70s and 80s, he was pretty heavy into some drugs.
But someone published that. Like, you have editors who read that. And
they're
like, sounds good.
They were publishing a horror.
Whoa, this was not what we're talking about, and I will message you later. But like,
I know what it is.
No, Simon.
Yeah, no, I know, but I know what it is, and technically that would fall under horror, but not like scary horror. This is like
disturbing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But with that being said, when the first It character was Tim Curry, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that was one of Tim Curry's better roles. I mean, that Rocky Horror, the man's a genius. But
the Butler and Clue.
Yes. But god damn it, Skarsgård. Holy shit.
Yeah.
They could not have, and I thought this guy was hot way before now. Like Netflix Hemlock Grove, I was all about him. He's gorgeous. That's a weird show. But I was like, I'll make your babies. Like the guy's beautiful. And then he did It, and I was like, I don't know if I want your kids anymore. But you did this really well. Oh my god, I just can't. Wonderful acting. Holy crap.
I remember listening to an interview with Skarsgård, and when he was doing the first part with the kids and everything, and that he would be like super like into character and like drooling on them and shit, and like because he was actually like almost practically foaming at the mouth, and
he was like almost
doing that
method
thing with
acting.
his eyes.
Almost.
They would go cut, and then he would be like, I'm sorry, did I scare you? And the kids would be like, no, that was amazing. Like,
I've heard he's like creepy, but then he's also like really cares about his cast. And I'm like, that's cool. But that creepy part would probably give me like PTSD for later. And I'd be like, I need therapy.
Well, and then one of the other movies that like, I know I'm probably gonna get judgment for, but I saw it like right at the, like in teenage years where like my imagination was like super like what's the word
all
I'm
over
looking
the
for?
place,
active, I guess, like very active. I saw The Grudge.
No,
will
dude,
always be
no
that
shame.
movie.
No shame.
Yeah.
No shame. A lot of people saw that. Cordi, don't make me get in my car and drive over there. Stop it.
There's a story because I saw The Grudge 2 in theaters. I didn't see the first one in theaters because...
Well, so this is why I asked, because I couldn't in my mind separate The Grudge from The Ring. So I was like, is that the bitch who came through the TV? I don't remember which bitch it was.
No, The Grudge is the one that has the little boy ghost too.
Yep. Okay. So listen, I couldn't remember. I was like, someone's a TV and someone's not.
Right. But in The Grudge 2, there's like... Because you guys were bringing up the whole, like, oh, if I hide under my covers, I'm safe.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was in theaters. And it was, like, fall, like, November or whatever, so I was wearing a hoodie. And I still am. If I go to a horror movie in a theater, I'll have a hoodie, have the hood up, and then kind of, like, retreat into it a little bit. So I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there with my hood up, like, actively hiding in my hoodie, and there's a scene with a girl. She's like sitting on the floor in the hallway, like in her, like hiding in her hoodie, kind of like how I was, and she's like scared and freaking out, and then all of a sudden from inside the hood you see the hands come out. And I immediately jumped out of my theater seat, took off the hoodie, and threw it across the auditorium.
You were like, no, not today. No.
Luckily, no one got mad. They all thought it was the hilarious, like the funniest shit they'd ever seen.
You know, that being said, you know what would absolutely wreck you? And somewhat wrecks me, and I hope to God they aren't actually like gone forever because of current political or current economical climate. Cirque du Soleil. Yeah. There are certain Cirque du Soleil shows where you're sitting there, it's just so captivating. You're like, I smell makeup, and you realize they are right here next to you as part of the show. And then you look over, and they're like, haha! They take off onto the stage. You're like, oh my god! Like but that. And there's show called A Bug's Life at Disney World. That as things are happening, like if their ants are moving or they're taking off, it vibrates in a pattern like it's happening under your seat.
Yep.
Yeah.
No. This is how things get broken, and this is how people get punched. Because I will be that bitch who's like, absolutely fucking not. I don't want you to touch me. I don't want to smell you. I don't want no.
I don't need that. I do not need that 4D experience. Okay.
I walked out of A Bug's Life. You're welcome.
If one of those people came at me, unless like on the side, that would be how they got a broken nose.
That's what I'm saying. Like my soul left my body with a quickness. But but they just look at you because they're so prepared for it. They just look at you. They just go like, and just take off. You're like, I'm scarred.
The reason they take off is just in case, because they know that that's a possibility. They may get punched, and the thing is, they take off as soon as they realize you see them, because you have that moment of shock before you would actually go to punch. Yeah. So, like, that, once they see the shock in your face, they take off before you even have the thought to go, this bitch needs to die.
Because that's fight or flight.
Yeah. I want to say that I would be the person who would, like, mount up fisticuff style, but I would probably just piss myself. It would just be like and it would, like, all of my strength would have just left me through my bladder, and I'd be like, you know what? I can't get out of the seat now. Help! Oh no, but it's that was one of the most. I think we saw Ka and a few other of them, and
I saw Delirium, but it was at Joe Louis, and I was in the upper bowl, so I didn't get any of that shit.
Yeah, I was like, why do I smell makeup or like a really strong? I just happened to look, and I was like, that's not the person who was next to me when I sat down. And this moment of, you kind of look them up with your eyeballs and back down, and then your brain realizes we should be scared. And you're like, no. And your brain tries to, like, it's almost like it's like closing the pod bay doors, right? Like, nope. Like, it's like, it's Jodie Foster in that fucking movie where she's like fucking trapped in that little safety box. Like, no. Okay, like,
don't touch me there.
This is my no square. Yeah, exactly. Leave me alone. Oh my god. Your
it's like, I do not Jodie Foster this kind of behavior.
Listen, I need to become small. Like, all these things that you can do to kind of like help insulate yourself, like the hoodie and everything, and you're like,
yeah,
I'm out of options. I am exposed. And your brain's like, no.
Oh no. No. Like I was gonna say, like with the whole throwing your hoodie.
Yeah.
Through the cinema. Yeah. I had something similar in Japan's Disney World.
Oh.
Because we're in a 4D. We're in a 4D one of those movies.
Yeah.
The whole idea is that you're apparently on a large aircraft launching missiles into a tornado to kind of stop it, because it's like super tornadoes and shit. And at some point, one of these torpedoes you shoot. I can speak, I swear.
Words are hard.
Gets hit by lightning. It comes right back at you. And apparently the 4D thing is that it's going to come through the ceiling. And I was right underneath it.
Oh, no.
I did not know this. And it stopped like this, about 3 foot most above my head. My immediate reaction was to scream at a level that I am currently not able to.
Because you have since grown some balls.
Yes.
The balls have droppeth.
I hope I had balls. I was 16.
But you weren't completely through puberty at that point. You were
still... No, I screamed and I ducked like fucking as you're told to do in an earthquake situation.
Yeah.
And everybody laughed at the big European dude screaming like he just saw the biggest spider in the world.
No, I would have... that would have been my final resting place. Yeah. Nope. I can't. So long story short, never take me to a 4D thing, because even like, not even horror. I went for my nephew's 4th birthday. He'll be 6. Yeah, 4th birthday to Legoland, and they have, at least by us, They have a little movie theater too. You can go in for a little 4D thing, and we watched the Ninjago movie in there. But they had moments of like there were water would come, and then there would be like foam, and then foam would dispense. And I'm like, am I at a car wash for a movie theater? Like, what's happening here?
Working
I
at
feel
the
like
car
I went in
wash.
clean, but I came out cleaner. And which props, but and then it was wind tunnel. So they dropped water on us, foam, and then wind. So now I'm clean and I'm cold. And I'm like, and I'm not expecting any of this, by the way. He's having a fucking ball. Just
Of course.
best day of his life. Good on him. Auntie needed to leave. I did not need to be there. That was not a good look for me. We got out of there, and I'm like, why do I have foam in places I shouldn't have foam? But I was close to, like, it wasn't right directly under me, but the way they had the rows stacked, I was like 2 down from like the dispensers of his stuff. So as it was coming, it was like coming. So it was like about like half of my body was getting just like,
oh no,
you know, whacked with this stuff, and I was like, excuse.
Oh no.
Like, I'm watching a Lego with plastic pieces. Why is there any liquid or wind or foam on me? That scared the crap out of me. But no, I can't do those experiences. I can't do it. Thank God nothing like under our seats, because I'd have been absolutely gone.
you would have been up and out.
I would have been up and out. That pitch black theater would have gotten real light real quick with my cha-chunk through the door.
So what about horror games, guys?
Ooh.
Favorite horror games? Do you want me to go first or last on this? Because we all know my answer.
You can do what you want.
I know what
I
fucking Simon's gonna say. I could tell by the look on his face.
It looks like
I
he's
have a
exploding. You know what,
feeling-
Simon? Go, Simon, go.
Alan Wake. Alan Wake. Alan Wake. And Dead Space. But Alan Wake. Alan Wake. Alan Wake.
That was perfect. Like, and Dead Space. Alan Wake. That's awesome. That's awesome.
What about it grabs you?
Cosmic horror.
Cosmic horror.
Listen, they have been perfecting this thought process for like a good 2 weeks.
Brother.
Yeah.
Like,
Let me look up.
Listen, they're
'cause-
gonna educate us on cosmic horror. Just hang tight, crew. Hold on.
Um,
I've heard this spiel.
Cosmic horror has been characterized as the fear and awe we feel when confronted by phenomena beyond our comprehension, whose scope extends beyond the narrow field of human affairs and boasts cosmic significance. I fucking love that shit. It is convoluted, it is weird, and we don't get it, and it's scary.
This is at a moment, for all of you who obviously cannot see the cams that we were watching each other with, where Simon is happily small clapping and kind of is in need of tiny plastic hands.
I want the tiny plastic hands.
Yeah.
For me,
Tell us.
For me, Outlast. I love fucking
Yeah.
Outlast so much. Whistleblower DLC is prime as well, but the main game is just mwah. I love the jump scares. I love the atmosphere. I love how claustrophobic it feels. I love watching people play it for the first time, and some people not making it through the first half hour of the game while playing it for the first time. I am calling out you, Rhenvi. I love you, but
You know I'm staring
Yeah.
at you dead in the
I
eye
know.
right now.
yeah. I figured.
The
Yeah.
disapproval of that statement.
No, the understanding.
Everything about that game is just so amazing, and the way it was put together and acted, the mechanics, some of it could use a tiny bit of work, but it's fine. Much better than the second game. The second game was trash, in my opinion. But anyway, secondary choice, Alien Isolation. Just the way the
That's a
two
solid game.
Yeah.
the way the two AIs for the alien work together, the one that
Oh,
actually
yes.
knows where you are and the one that's actually moving around and not sure, and then the one that actually knows is poking it like, hey, you might want to check this vent just in case. You know,
Like fucking hot potato.
yeah, it's one of those, like, it's a lot to go into, so I'm not going to, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes in that game, plus all the
Yeah.
jump scares, and that one's more of a suspense to get you to jump scare, because you'll jump at nothing in that game, because you're like, oh, I think I heard something, ah! But
it's locker simulator
yeah,
for me.
It is.
for me, vents. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone plays their way. Lockers, vents, it's fine.
You want to get back in the closet for that one.
You get back in the closet for that.
One of my favorite horror games is probably Fatal Frame 2.
Ooh, throwing
God,
it back.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen that in a while.
That's an oldie.
For the an oldie but a goodie. Oldie but a goodie. Words are hard.
We need like a flashing sign that we can somehow put through audio that says words are hard.
Words are hard.
Yeah.
Words are hard. I repeat, words are hard.
For those of you who don't know who it is, it's a like third person horror game where you are one of twin sisters, one of them.
You're a singular twin.
You're a singular twin looking for your other twin who got lost in this haunted village, and your only way to defend yourself against the ghosts and shit in the game is a camera, and you do like more damage like the closer you allow them to get.
Ooh.
And
This is like based off like a lore too, right? Like something with like twins, kind of, sort of.
It's very, very loosely based.
Loosely, okay.
Like the first game, like it says it's based on a true story, but the true story about it is, oh, this house actually existed, but that's it. Like everything else is
Kind of made up.
Yeah. And then like I guess secondary would probably be Alien Isolation 2. Yeah. It's a good game.
It really is.
Yeah.
And this brings us to Rhenvi.
Oh.
Yeah, so I've already been called out here for Outlast. And I think honestly, for me, I have problems with jump scares from the get go, so I try to avoid those mostly at all costs, especially now because I literally can't. Like, I have to watch my heart. But like it's, I gotta say, when it comes to horror stuff, I like repeatable things. I kind of thought that like there might have been a Dead by Daylight like comment from Josh, and I was like, yeah, nah. I do
I
like
purposely didn't say Dead by Daylight.
I do like things like that. Obviously, Alien Isolation is a beautiful game. I'll have to give it some serious. I have to give it another nod. It's a beautiful game. Really well done. And I haven't quite finished that game yet because I play it with one friend in particular, and we haven't been over in a minute. But that whenever I play that game, I swear for the next like, because we'll play it for like 6-hour stretches. Like we're hardcore, hell depth into it. It's late at night. But I swear I'll be hearing it for the next few days. The bum 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 bum. Like they're getting ready to like drop those little vents, and you're like, no. It's just a dog getting off the couch. You're fine. But like you associate every sound that bum 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 bum, and you're like, it's it. I'm over. I'm done. You're just expecting that little that they do, and it's like this weird like hiss, vibrate, murmur, hum thing. You're like, I'm fucked. But in terms of like games for me, I probably for horror, other than jump scares, Killing Floor 2, Dead by Daylight, those are kind of my thing, or mostly story based. So like I've been enjoying, it's not really horror, so to speak, but it's scary. Walking Dead, the Telltale stuff, that's been really cool. I like the story aspect of it, but in terms of like a cutesy one, yeah, but cutesy but fucking weird and also psychological. You guys remember Frambeau? Like that was a hella interest. It was a clicker, but had the wildest story, and it crossed over kind of horror and like psychology and a few different things. You're just like, that's okay.
Yeah.
Definitely top jump scary Outlast. Holy shit. It's like it had something for me. It was like, hey, did you want to know? And still to this day, my highest seen clip is that one where I like literally I died. I died the day I recorded Outlast. You are seeing a sentient being here in the place of where Rhenvi used to. I bought that game and I played it for exactly like 27 minutes and I was done. And I said, you know what? That's okay. That's okay. I don't need that kind of hostility in my life.
But let's be honest, you get jump scared when people join voice chat.
I do. No, I will.
Yeah.
I will forever be the first person to tell you a lot of shit scares me in a jump scare kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how I'm built. I don't know how to say it. Um, it's wild. But like, also Discord, you don't have to be so blunk loud whenever someone joins. Like, a girl might be trying to drink her coffee and not also drop it on her stuffed animal. Thank you. Don't be so rude. But no, there are moments when you're just like, oh, I want to get a breath in, almost chat wise, right? When you're streaming or just talking to people in general, or I don't know, having your internal monologue, and then it's like, oh, it's like there's a jump scare when you're around the corner looking at you like, we gonna get this bitch, and right as you're mid thought, it's like, ba bam, and you're like, your whole day has now been shifted, and you're like, I am not coming back from that. So I can't handle it. But yeah, no, I'm the first person to be the skittish bitch. So don't let me have control of the button that says do not push, because I will jump and I will accidentally hit that button and nuke us all. We learned today. Yeah.
Yes.
So I have a final question for you guys.
Yeah.
Now, I know you don't have Halloween, Simon, but if you know enough about it to know that there's candy handed out on Halloween, and sometimes there's Halloween type candy, like you only see it around that time, like usually candy corn. I want to like that. So if we were to rate our favorite candies, what would you say maybe your top 1 or 2 are for like Halloween? I'm gonna start with Cordi.
If we're talking non-chocolate candy, because you kind of gotta separate the two.
Oh my gosh, she's getting so technical on us.
I know.
What do you like to eat?
When it comes to non-chocolate candy, I love bottle caps.
Oh
like,
shit.
they're
throwback, yeah.
Exactly, but they still sell them. Like, we have some in the office right now because Kim brought some in. But bottle caps for non-chocolate, and then chocolate, probably Reese's peanut butter cups.
Solid.
Let's be honest. I mean, I love my peanut butter. I love my chocolate. Also, Kit Kats. Kit Kats are a real close second. Real close. They are cannibalized.
Kit Kats.
They are cannibalized. Did you know this? The little cream that's in the middle of the Kit Kats is actually crushed up other little Kit Kats that were deformed that they can't sell.
Okay, I'm sorry. All of our jaws just dropped right here. Can you please put a spoiler alert on this podcast? Jesus. I'm sorry.
My mind immediately went Soylent Green is people. Soylent Green is people.
It's people. Thank you for forever changing my mindset on Kit Kats, but yay, no waste.
Exactly.
So, all right. Well, with that terrifying piece of information, I think I'm gonna go with me, and then I'm gonna pass it over to somebody else. But since we're splitting up by candy versus chocolate, candy, I am a sucker, which no one should be surprised about, for Laffy Taffies.
Yep.
I am the biggest like dad joke person. When it comes to those jokes on every label, I'm like, oh, y'all. And everyone's like, no, please don't. And I'm like, what did the so-and-so say to that? No. I love them. I can't handle it. And I also love eating them. And I'm the one freak, I guess, who likes the banana flavor and no one else does. So if y'all out there in the podverse, have some banana Laffy Taffies you want to send my way, I will eat all of them. I don't know why Josh is having a full-blown meltdown, but we'll get over there in a second. When it comes to chocolate, I gotta say, yeah, I'm definitely a Reese's girl, but I like specifically for Halloween, and Kit Kats are good too, but they have dark chocolate versions.
That's true.
And those are the bee's knees for me. I love dark chocolate. So
same.
Yeah, or the special dark, like Hershey's with the little nuts in it. Oh my god, yes, I ship it. Those are my things. So, exploding with freak out. What's up, Josh? What kind of candy do you like?
Well, first of all, I'm just gonna touch on this little tidbit real quick. You like the banana flavor, but you don't like grapes.
Yeah, and I know.
Oh,
I know Listen, I
Okay.
know you are upset, and I guess I instilled some like grape rage from you. I don't understand what's going on, but all right. I get it. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. I affronted your grapes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I like the banana flavor. I love the banana flavor. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It hurt me. Why don't you? No. I'm gonna go with 3 because I can't pick between regular candies.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I really like Fun Dip.
Oh, no,
That's
solid.
pure fucking
That's solid.
sugar. Like,
Nah,
that's
I
literal
know.
sugar. You are pushing
know.
sugar straight down your gullet.
That's
I
solid.
Isn't
don't
that
care.
icing?
I love it.
No.
Fun Dip is like a candied dust, and you have like this white like sucker thing, and you just lick it, stick it, and lick it again. I love that
Oh.
shit.
I'm sorry, if
Um,
you weren't talking about that definition is a little questionable, and I love it. I was like, oh, naughty. Go ahead.
another one that I really like, and this one's probably out of left field, is Pop Rocks.
No,
Okay.
no, that sound went down your
Oh,
tongue.
yeah.
I remember Pop Rocks.
Yeah.
Really like. And then as for like chocolate, probably Reese's, but
Yeah.
like
Dude, it's hard to beat those. Yeah.
but not cups. I like the like
you like the
These
shapes, don't you?
the Christmas trees are like the
you are the eggs
yeah.
for Easter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
of course
yeah.
you would be. I
they
think
taste so much better.
they
There's so
taste
much more peanut
different.
butter.
They taste different. Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, it's
I
the
think it's
ratio
better.
of peanut butter to chocolate, I
Mhm.
think.
Yeah. Messes me up.
That
Simon.
gets my pussy moist. Sorry.
Well, there we
Well,
go.
I didn't know we were going there in the podcast.
An accurate description of when people talk to me.
Nice.
And you can bleep me if you need to.
No, it's fine.
So what candies would you say, Simon, and chocolate are for you?
I don't think we don't have like really Halloween,
Oh, it doesn't have to be
Themed
Halloween. Just
candy. but
like top candies for you.
the Haribo like bat-shaped gummies.
Okay.
What?
Like the gummy. They have bat-shaped gummies instead of bear-shaped gummies, right?
No, we have the bears.
No, but I mean like
We
around
also
that
have-
time,
Nice.
right? Or is it all year
No.
round they got those?
No, it's all year.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking yeah, bro.
Live that Halloween life.
Gummy wings and a soft licorice center.
Oh yeah,
just like-
licorice is not my
Yeah,
thing.
no, see, I'm not big on licorices, but it's sweet licorice and it works really well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Chocolate.
I'm not big on chocolate. I actually rarely eat chocolate. I do want to say that Reese's peanut butter cups are really fucking good, though.
Listen, we stand Reese's
Yeah.
here. I get it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Sponsorship.
Hey, Reese's, if you'd like to sponsor us.
And listen, streamlesspod@gmail.com. Reach out, please.
Yeah.
But no, I want to say the one last thing before we close here. I have been eating Smarties for years, and I have yet to see a lawsuit about how Smarties do not make you smarter. I'm just saying that candy can fuck right off. But Cordelia, if we were to find you on social media, where would you find you?
On Twitter, you can find me at Cordelia Chase, Cordilia Chase. Same thing on Twitch if you're interested. What about you, Simon?
I'm on Twitter as Warriors Lazy, and on Twitch as Lazy Warriors. Don't you laugh at me. I actually said it right away this time.
I'm
How
proud of
dare
you.
you?
I'm
Proud
fucking
of
proud. Josh.
You can find me over on Twitter as the JosherXD, or you can find me on Instagram as JosherXD. No the. And then if you're interested, I stream on Twitch under JosherXD.
There was a thought process going on there. You were like, "How do I?"
I was about to say something, but I realized that when this episode comes out, it'll already way after the fact.
Well,
So
there
it
you go.
doesn't- yeah. So it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Rhenvi.
And yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm Rhenvi. You can find me on Twitter at RenegadeG, and that's RHENEG. That'll give you the link to all the rest of my stuff because I don't have the word level intelligence to be able to get through this on a podcast. So stop there, find the rest.
Yeah.
But happy
Yeah.
Halloween, everybody.
Yeah.
Get some
Happy
candy.
Halloween.
Yes.
Get that candy.
You know, that sounds straight out of Jackbox right there.
It
It
does.
does,
The
dog.
murder trivia party. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we're off to play some games and eat some candy and have a real good night. So take care,
Peace
everybody.
out, Girl Scout.
We will see you
Yeah.
again
Bye.
soon.
Bye.
Bye.